For other object, it's the same concept. You use to check and to touch and untouch the option. Now for the architectural grid, you can keep it or you can hide it. This is for the construction line. Now in the case we do not yet use a construction line. If you use construction line, you can also use the option to turn it on or turn it off. This is for the free point when you use the object, beam, column. So you can turn it off for the free point and point. Dimension, you can turn it off and on. For the member, it's the same. Now click on the screen, save it again. Okay, let's start to the wall. There's 12 wall, 1 2 3. This one is at the base, 1 2 3 4 5 12. And architectural grid, you can click on it. Architectural grid name AG5, click on it, sub frame, substructure. We do not have a substructure yet. And you can click on group to check on load on the wind load, because we do not yet create the load case for the wind load. This one you can check the validity of the model, analysis and design. You can check for the wind trees or seismic trees in the options way, and wind modeling. You can check about the connection and connection group. Now click on the structure. To create beam column, you have to create the section. Click on home. You can check for the material, you can check for the setting, and check for the license. And beam integration, you can import and export the model from the Revit and from the Tekla structure to other model and adapt. And for the model, you can create the construction line and the grid line. Now click on the column. Click on the column, and you have to active one level. Now let me active the last top level. Click on it. ST story 12 2D view, and click on the column. You want to create a steel column, you can select the option and check column, plate, concrete fill, and concrete encase. This beam also available for the beam plate, Weststock circular, and other beam. For the press, you can use edge pressing, heavy and air pressing. For the concrete, you can use this column. For the concrete beam wall, there are two brands, for the mid P wall and for the mesh wall. And this one for the core. Click again on model for the core. Okay, core opening, and for the concrete core wall. Slab on beam, flat slab, precast, composite slab, and general. In Structural Designer, you can design a composite slab, composite beam. You can use the option for the general static and timber deck. And general, you can also model the timber deck. And this one you can model for the opening, and slab overhang, you can model for the cantilever slab. The option for the timber, you can model for the timber column, timber beam, timber press, and for the spectras, you can click on Dra and spectras. Coform, and not just test about the coform, can design or not in the Creative Advanced Design, in the Tekla Structural Designer 2022. We will test it later. And now click on the column. At the column, you see here in the general, at the top level, we made the column from the base level at the base to the 12th story. In the case you do not want to create the column from the bed to the floor, you can change it. Now let me change it. Okay, you can start it from the other story. Okay, now I want to model the column from the story span to story 12, or you can change it to the best. And this one you do not can change because now let's check about the option again. Home, model, construction level. Now turn it off. Sorry, because now you stay at the story 12, you can change it the best story first. Okay, best story, and click on the column again. Indicate, you can change it. Okay, you can change it. I want to model the column from the best to the 8th story, and you can create the column from the bed to the 8th story. Now let's jump into the story again, and we keep it the same as previous determination in the program. Okay, click on the column. Now this one is correct, and the characteristic is column. You can change it to the beam or to the stitches or to the truss member side. Now I keep it in the column. And the material, we use the concrete material. And fabrication, you can use a cast in place or precast. For this type building, we use cast in place. If you design for the precast concrete building or precast concrete slab or column, you can use the option. Now I use cast in place concrete. And for the rotation, you can rotation the section to 90 degree or 45 degree, or you can change in the default 0, 9 and 150 degree. You can define it whatever degree you want. You can change to the 45 degree. Now I keep it 0 degree. And the concrete type, you can check for and change it to light waste or no more concrete. This is the density of the concrete. And concrete class, can change the concrete class to the other strength 40. You can change to 32. You can change to 35. Now I want to keep the concrete strength 32 a cylinder, and 40 for the cubic strength. Auto design. The option when you use auto design, the software will be automatically auto design the section of the column for after you run analysis and design. The column will be automatically designed. And select bar starting from. Okay, keep it the default gravity only if you want to design the column for the gravity load only. Now we want to use the column for the lateral and for the gravity. And the section, you can change the section. The default section is 40 centimeter multiplied with 40 centimeter. You can add new. In the case you can use the rectangular. If you want to use other section, you can change it. Okay, this is the 6, the 7. Okay, 7, you can keep it rectangular, and the width, the breadth 300, and change it to 500. Click OK. Now the section change to 300 multiplied with 500. Okay. Auto alignment, you can set alignment. Now let me start about the alignment. You can alignment it to the center or to the top. Now click on the top and click on the center. Test one column. Okay. Is here? This is when you use the alignment. You can place it on the grid line, but it not the center. Now let me change this option to the center where it alignment. Okay, change the auto alignment to center, and come back and click on it. Yes, this is the way you can change the alignment of the column. This is the center and center. This is the top. And now you can check for other options and take the automatic alignment, and you can click at the right or at the left. Okay. Now Control Z, click on column again. This is the section of the column. Okay, the section of the column. You can keep it a rectangular or square section. Now let me change it to 5 or 6. Okay. And alignment we do center. Okay. And reinforcement, this is very important to define the material. We use the concrete strength 32 megapascal and the rebar strength. You can select type 1, type 2 or plant. Now click to change about the material. We change it to 410. Okay, we use this strength. For the tile, you can change it to lower strength, but in the software you can change it. Now keep it the same, and release. You can release the member. You can use it switch, or you can use it pin, or release the moment. And let's see a design. Yes, we assume crack. Okay. If you do not assume crack in the section, you can click on no. This software automatically assume crack for the concrete element, include a beam, slab, wall, and column. This is very good concept. Design parameter for the humidity. You can check for the humidity in the building or outside the building according to the design code in the slenderness, breadth, or bracing. This different meaning in the Tekla Structural Designer when you use a breadth or bracing. When you use the breadth, it assumes the column is a non-sphere column. And the direct effective length, yes, calculated by software. Thickness, sway entry. Now let's check. Yeah, we check for the sway and entry, and for the override entry. Yes, you can check it for the override entries. Yeah, this one is the overall entries. Now let's change it to 500. And the minimum cover you can change. The cover of concrete you can change it to 30. Seismic, you want to include the seismic or not? No. Fireproofing, in the case the column you use the fireproofing to protect the outside surface or the column, you can use the option. The option available for the steel and for the concrete and for the timber. It very good when you use the protective for the steel member or timber member to protect from the fire. You can use the option. And with loading, apply open texture, no, we do not change. And that's all. Now let's check. Yes, we click on it. Okay, now let's change it the base to the top level and click on it again. Click on 3D. Now let's check here. You see here, this is the column, and click on the option and take the vertical line. Okay, this is the how you can create the concrete column in Tekla Structural Designer later current version. Click on the top view. Use the right mouse to rotate the object, to rotate the view. You can click one column. In the case you want to edit the column, you can change it to the top level, change to the story 12. Okay, it is very easy when you use the Tekla Structural Designer to analyze the design. Control K, select other column. Use the right mouse to rotate view. Control and select. Change the top level to the 12. This is the way you can change the level of the column. Keep it, control, select it, change it to page. On the top, 2D, yes. You see here in the view of the story 12, you see this column, because the column we there from the base to the top story. You can come back to the story 2, grid line 6, grid line 4, grid line C, grid line G. Now click on 7. Click on 4, control, and you can change the top level to 10. You on 3D again. Okay. Come back, click on the 2D view. Now let's create slab. You can click on the slab on beam. You see the text slab on beam. It means you have to create beam before you can model slab. If you use the slab on beam, now let's start with our beam. You see here, when I try to model it, no, so we have to create beam first. create beam. Okay, the characteristic beam, concrete beam in place straight. You can model it straight or curve, and rotation 0 degree. Now let's change the material to 25. Also use the auto design option. No, we do not do design for the only gravity load. And beam section we keep it default. You can change the section if you want. You can change it to 500 or 300. Yes, we use the alignment at the top. And the rebar type you can change it to 410. And the release of beam, the fixity at the urn and at the start and at the urn at the node 1 and node 2 is fully fixed with your fixed connection. So you the continue a beam with the fixed connection. Cover, you can change the cover. Fireproofing, wind load. Now let's select it all. And click on 3D view. You see here, when you do the option, this beam create from the base floor to the top floor. You can delete other beam if you do not want to use. Now let's check. You can use the option to break the beam. Click on the edit, click on split. You can split this beam. Escape. You can select on it again. You see here now the beam is split in different beam.